Thank you so much, Ash, Vaughn, and Heidi. Wonderful time. The next speaker we have is Kyle Wulle. He is a union worker.
I support you. Ready? Yeah, Kyle!
Well, I tried to write a speech last night. It's a good thing I didn't because those guys took my speech. So, I'm retiring this year after 41 years of working. And I got to started to think about that, and I'm really sorry. I'd like to apologize to you kids out there that'll never have that option of being able to leave work. And even a lot of the guys I work with now that thought they were going to be able to retire are in a position where they're raising their grandchildren. Their 401k went south, and all of the things that were promised to them have been taken away. Well, I'm one of the last. I'm a dinosaur. I'm one that's getting out of it. Hopefully I won't have to go back. And I started thinking about where I started from. The first job I had was in a furniture factory, a sweatshop, piecework. And I got fired for trying to organize. And the second job was at Coca-Cola, night loading crew. Got fired for trying to organize. The third job was driving a delivery truck around town. I got fired for refusing to cross the Iron Coat picket line. So I didn't start out well. I didn't start out well with my choices, and I finally got hired on to a place that did have a union that we inherited from our fathers and our grandfathers. And I watched all my membership and the internationals let those little unions slide into almost obscurity. And it's tough to be an American. In this state, it's almost impossible to have a union legally. So if you guys want to represent yourself on the shop floor, you're going to have to learn to break laws. Now we've got a guy over here that's talking about God and the Constitution. I don't believe in God.
Since you said my name...
Shut the fuck up. I'm speaking.
You said my name. Lobbyists are the problem.
This guy said, I don't believe in God because you start believing in gods and pretty soon you'll start believing in bosses. And I believe that the workers should own and control the means of production. I've done a lot of goddamn things in my life. I've been the biggest hero on the block and the biggest asshole because I've been in this fight for so long and I am worn out. But I'll tell you what, I've been in the SDS, I've been in the SWP, I've been in the IWW, I've been in the Labor Party, I've been in the Green Party. One thing I've never been is a neocon Democrat. Now I want to warn you about this because these are your real enemies, not these teabag constitutionalist sons of bitches like this. Your real enemies are your progressive liberal Democrats because they'll sell you out every chance they get. So if you want to start this revolution, start it right and keep it pure. And keep the intelligentsia out of it and get the proletariat back where it should be. Because we got too goddamn many people that think they know how to interpret Marx. And it's time we started reading Marx and interpreting on our own. I'm tired of kissing Democrat ass. And I'm not going to do it anymore. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kyle. Okay, now we've been asked to, some people would like to give their own story. We'd like to take a half hour and have people come up that would like to say something for an open mic. And just take 2 minutes if you would, please, so the next person can have a chance. Okay, so it's open for anyone to come up.
First up, whoa, I get why this is on there now. First off, I'd like to, of course, thank Vaughn and Linda, who have worked super hard putting this together. So let's just hit a hand for them real quick. My name is Greg Lucero. I'm from the Revolutionary Students Union, and I have a long, proud experience in retail. And let me tell you, what we need to do is we need to start thinking of two big things. Anytime we see people working, we need to see people who can be unionized. We need to, yes, unionize. We need to start looking at the people who are serving our food and not seeing somebody who's going a little too slow on our Whopper, but somebody who doesn't have a union and has no reason to work any harder because they don't have benefits, they don't have a living wage, and they don't have a voice. So, if you really think about this, I think what we need are unions. What do we need? Unions! When do we need them? Now! Wait, what do we need? Unions! When do we need them? Now! Yeah, so it's on all of us. If you work somewhere, find out the union that would be your rep. Contact them. Tell them that you are interested in organizing. And the second is, I see a lot of students here, and there's nothing wrong with being a student. But as someone I like, Mao Zedong, said, students are only revolutionary if they can unite with the workers. It's our job to get involved with the unions here, not telling them what we learn in books in university classes, but asking how can we help, where can we stand, and how can we fight. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm sure most of you are thinking I'm not the typical person that you would see at such an outspoken rally as this, but I would love to thank everyone who organized this, everyone who's here, because this is what we need today. We need people to raise their voices, and we need people to wake up. I come from a hard-working family. I grew up in California, where my mom was a union steward who helped organize the union for the grocery store that she worked at. When we moved here, my mom desperately tried to find a job, and she was constantly told that no one would hire her because she was overqualified and they didn't want to pay her. We struggled from the very beginning. I grew up as a child living in the back of a car with no home and barely any food. And because of this background, I am outraged, completely outraged, that they would take money and food out of the mouths of children to pay off big corporate businesses. Who needs this money? Who needs the money more? Starving children or people who have millions of dollars and don't want to pay their taxes? Children! And we need to raise our voices. They want to take money away from education. It is an educated populace that is able to carry out the responsibilities given to us. Not just our responsibilities, but our God-given rights within this community, within our nation. Our forefathers fought and died for our freedoms. They formed this country so that everyone would have the right to raise their voices, so that everyone would be represented, and so that all have the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes. And again, I'd like to agree with the speakers before me, that is not the pursuit to property, it's a pursuit to happiness. Yeah. So again, thank you, all of you, for coming out here, and I hope that all of you continue in your work and continue to inspire other people in your communities and look beyond the divides. We are all from different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions, different races. It doesn't matter. We're all Americans, and we all work together, and we all want the same thing. We all need to live, and we all need to provide for our families and our children.
Is there anyone else? One last one we've got time for. If anyone else would like to.
Yes. I support you.
I
do.
Well, it is after 7, so I guess it's time that we get wound up. And thank you all so much for coming out. It's wonderful to see this many again. Even though we aren't huge, we're growing. This Saturday, there will be a march from Veterans for Peace in Utah. Has called for an anti-war demonstration in Salt Lake City on Saturday, March 19th. Gather at 12 noon at the northwest corner of Washington Square, 400 South and State, in conjunction with National Stop These Wars on the 8th anniversary. We will also rally at the state capitol right here at 1 p.m. to join the action initiated by the Revolutionary Students Unions of UVU and U of U. Aaron Davis of Veterans for Peace will be speaking. And if anybody wants to help organize for May Day, come and see and sign up. We are going to organize for May Day. Thank you all.